We are hot.
Live in the studio. Welcome back, everybody. How's it going out there, everyone? Welcome back to the Baseball Central Podcast, Episode 8.
This is 9.
No, it's 9.
I believe it's 9.
9! Special episode right here for TJ. His favorite number.
I love number 9.
He actually has a child that has the name 9 in it. These are falling apart, I just realized right here. But it's alright.
9, yes, I do. I do love number 9. So what? So what?
It's a good number.
Do you want to know why?
I like single digits.
Do you want to know why we're number 9?
Because Delino DeShields or Marquise Grissom wore it.
Well, don't just guess. Like, the whole, okay, the 1991 Expos, Larry Watt, no, Yes, Marquise Grissom, a.k.a. Grip, wore number 9.
Loved watching
That's
him
my
play.
favorite number, dude. I love number 9.
I love Marquise Grissom in the Braves.
I like single-digit numbers, though. I don't know. I wasn't, you know.
Did you wear
maybe because I was
single-digit?
influenced. My dad wore like maybe 4, maybe 6. He wore 7.
Did you wear in football a single digit as well?
They didn't have them until my senior year. I was like, I want number 9. You could not get they don't make single digit unless you're a quarterback.
Huh.
I think.
They just changed it in the NFL, but high school, there's usually single digits for position players.
Not for wide receivers. We had to wear 80 or.
They made you do the NFL thing?
Yes.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yes.
Gosh,
So
that's not
anyways,
fair.
sorry.
Single digits, 9, good number.
Great number.
Big time number for TJ.
Number 9. 9 innings in a baseball game. 9 innings to determine whether you move on to the playoffs or not, or move on like deeper.
Interesting. You guys see that I'm wearing a Yankee uniform tonight. Nothing personal to them losing against the Red Sox. I just really liked this guy growing up.
The chef.
And the Australian baseball MVP from last year.
You get to show finally.
Yes.
Yes, get it closer.
The Australian League MVP, Delman Young, gave me these batting gloves that say chef on them.
Those are sick.
From like way back. These are from probably like 2005 or 6, something around in there. Yeah.
Nike was still trying to figure out. I don't know if Nike has completely figured out their just baseball approach.
Nike baseball, Nike golf, and a few other products that they produce are just thrown together. They're not like, they say they put engineering into them, an hour spent. Then how come your $30 batting gloves bust a hole in them in under a week?
Right.
Like, so I don't know. There's companies that make them cheap like that too to burn through them because pros just put on a new pair every time.
Boxes of BGs.
But amateur, like growing up when we were kids, you were trying to find like Newman leather gloves
for football.
Yeah,
yes.
because they lasted longer.
Didn't Newman also have? They tried to like sell this tackified.
Yeah.
They were called the original. They were the
Clippers or
no. They were the original like tackified receivers gloves.
Yes.
And they were just like it just felt like moist leather. Right? There was moist,
soft, like.
I mean, there was like there was some tack, like some like pine tar was in the. It was weird though, right? But they make those ones now where it's like a.
What are they called? They're called clippers or something.
No, cutters.
That's what they're called, cutters. Yeah.
But if you like the whole OBJ,
you just stick the ball.
He caught it with the glove, dude. There's no athleticism of like falling backwards and catching up.
Well, after the 70s in football, they took pine tar and like those other things away. Those wide receivers that didn't wear gloves.
That's easy. I get pissed off when
You remember those guys? Like Largent and those other receivers? Yeah. They had that tar all over them. Because that was their way of gripping the ball.
I just don't understand how you're an NFL wide receiver and you can't catch
the
it.
ball.
Anyways, is this baseball? It doesn't matter.
The bottom line is tonight we were talking about the wild card. It's already over. The Red Sox kicked butt. I'm not wearing this Yankee uniform to support the Yankees. I just loved some of their players growing up. And Gary Sheffield, awesome guy to watch swing the bat. In fact, TJ is going to show you one of his products here. I have the batting gloves from Delman Young. Thanks, Delman. Congratulations on the MVP of the Australian Baseball League last year after leaving the MLB after a good career. But TJ has the real cool merchandise right here. I want to show you guys this bat by Gary Sheffield.
I must have been hallucinating at some point because I thought this bat was broken and I thought it was also slightly warped. I have had it up in my office, so I think it rectified itself. So, if you guys remember Gary, Mr. Chef.
One of the coolest swings.
I mean, but the coolest swings, but also how strong do you have to be doing this constantly in your stance every single pitch? And if you see so many pitches, and then I'm already sore. I think I pulled something.
And the timing that up at 100 miles an hour, you know.
Yeah, so he go boom, boom, boom. He cock and like, rah! Oh my God! I remember one story about Gary Sheffield. He took a pitch like this. If I could show you on film, he's doing his thing, doing his thing. He goes step, and he lands like super wide, like he's done the splits.
Like a Bagwell.
And to get up, he goes like this. He goes, what?
That's so true.
It took him 2 times. Like he got so wide on the tape.
His stretch position. He went to his stretch position.
Here, and he goes.
His stretch position.
Like, damn. Like first of all, it's a big stride. Second of all, I think he's getting older. Anyways, so this Sheffield bat is a Diablo bat, and it's so hard.
What was give me a favorite Gary Sheffield.
It's very
balanced.
No, what's this called?
Flared.
Flared, but
musket nut.
Oh my God, that hurt. No, it did. But what's that called? That's called Jesus. I can't. I'm drawing a blank. Anyways, but it's thick here at the bottom.
It's flared.
Not flared. There's Anyways, I'll figure it out. It's thick, and so for him to control that, very, very strong. It's a cool. A Diablo bats. I don't think they're around anymore.
The only thing I can think of was Diablo bats is gone, and I think D-Bat in Phoenix, Arizona. I don't think they're related.
That's the same thing, but it could be. There could be some.
Oh man, the top hand on this is thicker. So what this does is it just creates when the top hand's a little bit bigger around.
Sorry, tapered.
Tapered, yeah.
Tapered.
Yeah,
sorry.
Or flared. Tapered or flared.
Flared,
yeah.
I know, but I knew there was one other word.
So when the bat's really thin in the top hand and you get to this position and you're hitting, it's harder to control.
It's like freaking.
Because the bat is so skinny right here, it's harder for your top hand to find the barrel because the grip here is lesser. Now, I used to swing a 161, which is the thickest handle on the top hand. So literally all I had to do was just lay the bat on top of the ball, and the vibration here in my top hand would be non-existent because the bat was so thick at this point. Not only is it balanced somewhere in the barrel, but it's balanced somewhere in the handle as well, just so you guys know that. So it creates a counterbalance if you can use it right. I just preferred a thicker top hand because I didn't have to find the top hand.
He's got the hands of a small bear, so that's why it does, it's like.
So I see why Gary Sheffield would swing this bat, because I think he didn't have to have as much control. It was just more about getting the bat in the correct position. Yes, he had great hand-eye coordination to swing the way he did, but I think it was more about raw skill and power. And the top hand on this bat created a little bit easier swing for him. Man, this bat, what is the distance on this? 34. This thing feels really good.
Yeah, I thought that thing's thumpy. I can't handle that. Look at
this
me.
Is drippy
Look
man.
at me.
This is drippy man.
Can't do this. And this is another one. I just figured hey, we haven't talked about products or big league products in a while.
I'm gonna let TJ explain this bat. This is my favorite right-handed hitter.
This is a Manny Ramirez Dodgers kind of printed with it says 99, right? And
yes, it was his number on the Dodgers.
It's a Nike, you guys. This is a Nike Major League Baseball bat. There's not a lot of these. There's not a lot of players that use Nike in the major leagues. They were trying really hard to grab hold of the market, whether it be in the fielding glove game, the batting glove game, the bats, the shoes. They're there.
They've always had the shoe.
They've always had the shoe.
Remember their first gloves? How big and thick and heavy they were.
One of my best friends, Sean Chacon, he used Nike. That was one of their guys at the beginning.
Feels really good too.
And it was such an awkward glove. You could tell it was like the pair of socks that you pay $1 for, and it's just like. And then you get a nice compression pair that's $12 for a pair. There's a difference.
Yeah.
And
it kind of reminded me of Nakona shape. You know what I mean? Like raw. Very raw.
Didn't mean that. He didn't mean that.
Well, look, Nike, I'm from your hometown and I love you a lot, but let's be honest, when you guys make $80 Kevin Durant's and sell them for $120 and they're not worth more than $20, it just breaks my heart.
Call them out! Call them out! Call them out!
Plus, I had to go with Reebok as a sponsor because you guys didn't want to have me on the lineup. Whatever.
I wore Reebok.
Still love you guys.
I think I had Reeboks as a freshman. I made the varsity team as a freshman. I think I wore they didn't have the pump-ups. But maybe it wasn't even. Anyway, I had Reebok high tops.
For baseball?
Weird. But yeah, it was 94. Yes, 93
Reebok
before I-
responses?
Anyways, I loved it because I thought it was cool because I had a high top in baseball, which was never a thing until Delino, Eric Davis, you know, they were representing. So
all the way into the late '90s, even guys like, you know, were on the Yankees.
Bat, dude. Oh, I was such a Nike guy, and I still am. But Nike, man, you guys, some things. You guys, I don't know.
I'm not offended, Nike. You want to know why? Because you guys make a lot of really good products elsewhere. So when you don't make a baseball product
What
perfect,
happened? That was from the glove?
yeah,
dude?
that's what I'm saying. The vinyl's coming
Jesus.
off. I'm gonna vacuum after
Oh
North.
my god! I thought it was you're trying to wipe off your skin, but you white. You ain't
I
gonna
am.
change colors. You
White
can't
wash.
wipe that off. You can't wipe that off. What are you doing? No,
That's all right.
You're gonna start a fire.
That's all
He's so red already. You little extra.
So the Red Sox that TJ had chosen tonight won the actual wild card game against the Yankees. I wasn't rooting necessarily for either team. I'm a Rays fan and a Dodgers fan, so when they play each other in the World Series, I'm happy as a clam. But yeah, kind of interesting tomorrow night. TJ, who do you have pitching for Dodgers? They got Scherzer.
Well, they got
out there?
Scherzer, and apparently he's already pissed off. I don't know what that means,
That's
but
a good thing.
you know, he's a bulldog. He goes about his business, and I'm excited to see him represent his. I think he's 7-0 or 11-0.
I mean, the guy
with
has
the
one eye.
Dodgers since he got he's all about business, and it sometimes can be on the side of extreme. But
Yeah.
man, I'd rather have that than the opposite.
After losing Trevor Bauer and then having this man
Right.
step
I
in,
mean, that's
like,
almost like two different. Oh my god.
yeah, it's
That's
literally like
100% the exact opposite. One guy who's like, "Don't touch me. That's my job. I'm supposed to strike people out." You know, and then Trevor Bauer is freaking. He got someone hit a home run, but he struck out the side. I don't know. But he's still talented. I'm not.
just the fact the Dodgers replaced with another dude.
Another dude.
It's
another
just like,
big
what?
dude.
You went from one Cy Young to another in the same year, like,
Yeah.
and we already have two former Cy Young Award winners on the staff, and Price and Kershaw.
But you know something's different about Scherzer when you go to bunt in batting practice and you break your nose and then you go deal.
Here's the thing: I love Clayton Kershaw, I love David Price, I love
He's got some stuff.
all those pitchers, Bauer, but nobody's done it quite like Scherzer has for as long. Now Kershaw has, but he slowed down. Well, Scherzer's not slowing down. He's still showing that same prowess 13, 14 years into it.
Yeah.
And my thing is like Kershaw slowed down, Price slowed down. I love you, David. You're doing great, but the bottom line is this guy's still going strong.
Yeah. Well, Kershaw's a lefty. There's some things to say about lefties. They're weird. I'm just joking.
200
I'm
straight,
joking.
200 innings
No.
for 10 straight years. That's what did
Scherzer's-
Kershaw in.
Scherzer's a bulldog.
So yeah, we you know on the whole New York thing tonight, we were talking a little bit about the Yankees and Red Sox and tomorrow night's Dodger game with Scherzer pitching, and we just wanted to give a shout out to this company that I'm wearing right here, this hat. TJ and I helped a gentleman named Joe Manganiello. You guys might know him. He's married to someone you guys might know. We're not going to bring her up, but you guys know who Joe is potentially. He was in Snyder's cut of Justice League at the end, which really threw me off when I watched it. I couldn't believe he was at the end of the movie. But Joe Manganiello, thank you for coming to Baseball Central and choosing this place.
Yeah, thanks for giving us a chance.
Thanks for the hat.
Super cool.
Thanks for the experience and getting to just learn from someone who's been in a career field of bodybuilding and acting for many years, and we just
It's a big dude.
we appreciated that,
dude.
man. We loved that, every second of that, and for you to put us in the credits felt so good, man. Like,
Absolutely. He bought in, like he was
Yeah.
really
He trained.
He trained, and so it was cool. Joe, you did a great job. It was fun to watch him because he played. I think he said he played football and
basketball.
maybe another.
I
it
could
either be-
swear
or
hoops.
he was probably hoops. But I think it's volleyball. Anyways, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
The
But
dude has been on more
but he's-
bodybuilding magazines than
right.
anyone else in the
There's
history.
not a lot of like baseball's a lot about
Skill.
flow and skill and
And
hand-eye,
not
not
muscles.
just muscle. And so
Yeah.
he kind of bought in and did such a great job and kind of got to a swing that was pretty believable. Sometimes you watch movies,
Hey.
you watch baseball movies, you guys, because we talk about baseball movies all the time, and we're like, dude, we should be the director, the baseball coordinator
On how they move.
just how they move, how they walk on the field. Everyone
Carry
knows.
themselves.
Everyone knows how Michael Jordan walked, right?
Right.
When he was walking from A to B, you knew how he walked. And that's kind of like how we know, or, you know, how we feel like we know, just some of the baseball movements. What's like, and you baseball people out there know too. You know, Josh Nichols, you know, of BTOP. Like, we all know, like, just we see it enough around it. We can tell on film. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting
No, you're good.
But he did a great job of finding his swing, and Joe is...
Joe is like having Optimus Prime come in.
Jesus.
And trying to get Optimus Prime to breakdance like the African Bambata, like
yeah,
pew, 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 like to get him to move, to get him to just to do to get Joe to move the way we wanted him to.
Yeah,
he put his heart and soul and effort into it, and so that's why we have so much respect for it, because like, man, he is like lifting weights your whole life and then having to try and shoot a jump shot's not easy. All of a sudden we're over here teaching the jump shot and the swing,
so
you know,
hard.
and he's been power cleaning his whole life. So like, hats off to him for even giving the intent the way he did.
But a good movie, a good
good person to support too.
Yeah, good
Love
movie.
the guy.
I like the story about everything.
359 is his production company.
Him and his brother.
Yeah, him and his brother. So we just want to shout you guys out, and that's why we're the New York thing. Just kind of
bottom of the
represent.
ninth.
On
Joe
Amazon Prime?
and his
A lot of outlets you can find.
his wife is on there too. So in that movie,
She plays the love interest in the movie, Sophia. Yeah.
But
Can I tell you guys a
kind of
cool story?
Yeah, please.
Can I tell you guys a cool story? So Joe was telling me like while we're hitting, right?
I picked it up because I was like, man, I want to hold it back.
Are
Cool,
these-
like
these
Ryan Royster.
These feel so good. That's why.
Dude,
They're Major League Bats. That's why.
This thing
So
feels like maybe it's made out of steel.
yeah, that one's
It's
balanced.
so ridiculous.
That one's balanced. Yeah, for a 34, it feels like it's not 34.
It's heavy.
Joey Maggs was telling me we were hitting one day, and I'm like, you know, I'm kind of asking him like, you know, I'd never once said I know who your wife is, you know, because in my head, not in a weird way, just in a celebrity manner. Like, we all know you're married to another celebrity. Like, that's cool. She's very popular. She's on television on ABC. Like, we know who she is. And so I never really asked about that. I never even acted like I knew. You know what I mean? Because I didn't want to be that guy that was like, oh, tell me a story.
But he knew you knew.
He knew, and so he was like, let me tell you a story.
That's the kick.
So he tells me this great story.
Sorry.
It's so good, man. So
I
good.
love this.
So he's like, yeah, you know, I went down to New Orleans to see Sophia, and we had always had dated other people. Every time we saw each other out, we never could, you know, flirt or really, you know, get each other's number because we always had boyfriends or girlfriends. So they finally ended up being single, and they wanted to hang out. So Joe's going to go down to New Orleans on the set of Modern Family to see Sophia. And this is some like TMZ type like story. So for me, it was really cool.
It's
juicy.
got me thinking.
Super juicy, yeah. So
Keep going.
he tells me, he said, Ryan, you know, she kept telling me the entire time she has to go to New York. And why, right? So I'm like, no, don't go to New York, Sophia. You don't want to go there. This ginormous, tall Italian man's right here. You don't want to leave. And so he ended up telling me later on that he blocked her from going to New York. And they ended up staying together in New Orleans and ended up starting a relationship, and now they've been together ever since. But the guy that was on the end of the line in New York that was calling her and telling her that she should come visit him was this dude who was basically known as the captain of the Yankees. This guy named Derek Jeter. So
I've heard of that guy.
Joe Manganiello, hats off to you. A real Northeasterner from Pittsburgh that went into New York City, and you're the real captain, Joe. You're the real captain. I'm the captain now.
Aye, Captain.
I'm the captain now.
Aye, Captain.
Joey Maggs, you're the man, bro. Woo! You took a nice hack and you didn't miss, buddy.
You did
And
not.
We're proud of you.
That's a big hack, dude.
So
And
cool. So
hit a quadruple grand slam.
Yes. Let's just say
Quadruple grand slam.
we'll see you in Cooperstown, brother.
What if you're like, you know, you made the hall.
You're in the hall,
not
dude.
for baseball.
You're in the hall.
but
You're Magic Mike, bro. Like, come on. That's
It's
one of the
something very
coolest movies.
special. You can hang on the wall, but
It's a
you
cool
know,
movie.
But hanging, dude.
What is this
Hanging
cool
on the
little
wall.
artwork?
Hanging on the wall.
We got something
So
for you.
artist feature of the week. Artist feature.
I'm gonna let
of
you
the
feature
week.
these.
I
I'm
thought
gonna
we-
do some.
Feature
Of the week.
I think it says just feature.
We got more Bo Jackson stuff. This is another 70. TJ ordered
Project
it.
70, yeah, please, because
TJ ordered this one night, late night. And this one's by a guy that we don't even know.
What does it mean?
The Natural?
sell me out.
Lawrence Otigua?
No, I think yeah. I'm taking this out. I'm
Quickly
gonna
emerged
not
in
to- I'm sorry.
Today's postmodern scene. That's what he's
Okay,
saying.
so artist feature of the week, you guys. So I turn this around. I know you're like, who's that with the hat turned around? It's me. And then make sure it goes here too. Go angle. See the back. Look at the back. Look at the back.
Oh, I see it
Back
now.
up. So, okay, artist feature of the week, you guys, is Mr. Matthew Lee Rosen. This is a piece that I had been eyeing, I want to say maybe for a handful of months. I'm surprised it hung around. And so I was like, you know what? I can't do it. I'm not going to.
Is this an auction?
No, it's a one-of-one. It's on Matthew Lee Rosen's
It's a
site.
one-of-one.
He
That's
does.
so cool.
This is a Bo Jackson rookie card. It's his traded card, and it's a Bazooka Joe. Sorry, I know Ryan just
That's
showed
okay.
you.
It has the eye
But
patch, yeah.
did you show him?
No, but I
So
got it close enough,
the-
but you highlight the eye patch.
Okay, so the eye patch, it's just part of like, that's Bazooka Joe. He had the eye patch, and so it was kind of a play on all of that. But these are all rookie cards. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 20 rookie cards on here cut up and basically put into this beautiful piece of art. So he does stuff very pop culture, pop bubblegum style. This was the, I forgive me for I forget, but this is a, the gum pieces on in all the packs. This actually has a little print on it. This is a card. I can shine.
Love to know how he got the artwork on the gum.
Dude, I'm mad at him because it's so amazing.
It's like 3D printed.
I'm joking. It's so amazing.
So
He's
rad.
got some really amazing stuff. Baseballcard.art baseballcard.art.com. And I was right.
Is that the same guy?
Yeah, the same
Baseball
guy.
card art. Yes.
Baseball card art. He sends fun little notes on the back of baseball cards. This is Jerry Kuzman. He's important. He sends a little note,
Jerry looks like somebody I'd drop a tank off of.
He did. And just so you guys know, this is very off-centered, so the PSA rating on this is probably 0.25. Yeah. I'm joking. So Matthew Lee Rosen, amazing stuff, not just baseball, but very, what's a good,
Look.
how do we,
This
because
is
he's amazing.
he
done so much stuff.
superimposes
tell me
stuff
about-
onto like other image, anything you want. Like he has this record of Bo Jackson in the middle that has Bo in the middle with the shoulder pads on, and it's a black record. I was like, how cool would it be if they had the record player Bo's image, this continuous image of Bo up here all over the record player. Like that would be like the coolest thing ever.
But
Like Urban Outfitters style.
He has some stuff here. It's like
It all looks like Urban Outfitters.
Mike Tyson's Punch Out, from the Nintendo. It's just like
Sure.
different stuff. This is his Instagram page.
It's eclectic.
It's got
super cool.
here's some big Bo bubblegum art pieces that are relatively large. I want to say like maybe 2 feet long. Or
Yeah, they're big. They're got 3-piece set.
But he does everything. Let me see this one. This one was cool. Let's see if I can. Oh, look right here. You guys will enjoy this. Tim Anderson's Whole Kernel Sweet Victory can of corn. It's like awesome. So Matthew Lee Rosen.
That's on my grandfather on my dad's side. It looks like can of corn.
Do you guys know where can of corn came from? Do you know where
Please enlighten us.
the saying can of corn came from? Back in the 30s, 40s, they would keep their canned goods up on the top shelf. And so they used to just say,
grab a can of
just
corn.
grab a can of corn. It's just just go up and just grab it. It's very easy. Just the can of corn's at the top. So
catch
that
a
was
ball,
where
can
catch
of
a
corn.
ball, can of corn.
Got it.
And that's what that's from.
That's
Believe it or not.
definitely from
So-
a war era.
Yeah, exactly.
Right on,
So
man.
Matthew, man,
We
awesome
love your
stuff.
stuff.
Thank you for not selling this before I had a chance. I've been looking at it for a little bit of time.
Nobody has gotten me into baseball art like TJ. He has a very good eye for it. He has an eye for unique stuff. He has
Yeah,
an
it's
eye.
called baseball.
Well, he understands
joking.
art and baseball, which is baseball is an art.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And now he's
Absolutely.
putting. I wish you guys could see some more. You can see TJ's artwork right here and right here.
It was just all just
Random.
messing around, random
It's fun.
stuff.
I love this one. It always reminds me of like the pitcher I've always wanted to be. You know what I mean? And I never really was
He
into
plays for
pitchers.
the Mans.
Hey, sometimes you got to be a man when you're on the mound. You know what I mean?
Last but not least, let's talk about what do we got time-wise. We got 2 minutes and a
Let 'em
half.
know.
It's perfect
Let 'em
time, you
know.
guys. Okay, so if you can tell, we are Was that a slash?
Yeah,
drag bunt?
I'm
You
actually really good at it.
That was sick, dude.
Yeah,
God
I'm really
damn it.
good at
I
it.
love when you do that. That was sick though. You were like, you went for
Like
a
I'm busy, and
yeah,
then
but you
take it with me.
yeah. Jesus, so smooth. This guy, who's a small bear, can move like water. He's very fluid, and
I look up to Kung Fu Panda. He can really move, you know.
but for real. Anyways, so we had an announcement. The winner of the backpack giveaway, I think pretty much the only one person that kind of followed exactly what we were looking for.
This guy killed it.
Congratulations, Mr. Jason VTSportsGuy.
That's your Instagram name. We know
Or
you have a
it
real
was,
name.
it was on YouTube, so either way, we'll find you.
Jason, congratulations, man.
Congrats.
We got you a new
Thank
backpack.
you for following it to the T and all the kind words as far as the support.
Love that, buddy. Love you, buddy. Thank you.
The people that were inquiring about the backpack giveaway entry with the caption contest, I'm going to still put you guys all in a hat and just pull a random name, and that will be the caption contest winner. Maybe we'll do two. One actual caption contest, one random draw, and then, yeah.
Do you guys want to know how to hit a curveball?
I'm
Hit a fastball.
Hey! You don't look for the banana. You can look for the apple.
Yeah.
I always tell people that.
This really cool
Sitting on
old
the banana.
AAA hitting coach my first year, he'd look at me and go, "Hey, rookie!" And I'd go, "Are you talking to me?" And he'd be like, "Yeah, you!" And I'd be like, "What?" He goes, "How do you hit a curveball?" Like, I don't fucking know.
Hit the fastball.
Hit the fastball, rookie!
The fastball, dude. But that's the classic saying, especially for all you guys getting out there coaching these young fellas. You always tell them, hey, look for the fastball, just to the off speed.
Yep. Look for the fast one, adjust the slow one.
Or if you want to talk about fruit, you say, look for the apple, adjust to the banana.
The curve.
That,
The curve. Honestly,
why did you bring it from like so down low?
It's
weird?
just a lot of
That's
movement.
not. The curve comes from here to here, dude.
I've never seen a pitch that I didn't like. Honestly, a fastball that I
That's
didn't like.
not true. We love